Good morning, dear students. As we have completed the fourth A exercise in the previous video, okay, now we are going to start the fourth B exercise, that is proportion. Okay, so here is the definition that if four quantities A, B, C and D are such that A ratio B and C ratio D are equal, then we say that A, B, C, D are in proportion, and we express it as A ratio B is proportionate to C is to D if and only if A upon B is equal to C upon D, that is AD is equal to BC. Okay, now this sign, what do we call this as? Is proportionate to. Okay, we call this. Okay, for example, 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 upon 4. So how can we write 1 is to 2 is proportionate to 2 is to 4, like this. Let us come to the next topic, that is continued proportion. By the name itself, it is continuing. So if three quantities A, B and C are said to be continued proportion if A is to B is equal to B is to C. So three quantities will be in continued proportion if your ratio A is to B is equal to B is to C. So we can write this as A upon B is equal to B upon C. So B into B, B square is equal to AC. Okay, and if A, B, C, D are there in the continued proportion, then A upon B equal to B upon C equal to C upon D. Okay, so, and say for example 2 upon 8 is equal to 8 upon 32. See this, the trace of these two should be same. Okay, as of we took for the 3, so these two were same, these two were same, like that. This is called the continued proportion. Okay, let us come to the next two more topics, that is mean proportion. If B is the mean proportion of A and C, then B square is equal to AC. And B, that means the mean proportion says that B is equal to under root of AC. Okay, whatever we write A upon B is equal to B upon C. So here this B is called the mean proportion. Okay, are you understanding? And what does the third proportion says that if A, B, C are in continued proportion, then C is called the third proportion. If A, B, C are in the continued proportion, so what can you understand? A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to C. A upon B equal to B upon C. Okay, like this. So this C will be your third proportion. Okay, and this is your mean proportion, this C is your third proportion. Okay, all right, let us come to the exercise. So let me inform you one thing. In the 4th B exercise, the questions on the application, that is from the 9th question, 9th, 10th and 11th, they are omitted in the latest ICSE syllabus. Okay, so no need of doing that application part. And also the examples which is written, the examples where on application is result, on application is written, so you don't have to do those questions. Okay, so we only have 8 questions in 4B exercise, and first question says that verify whether the following numbers are proportional. So you need to verify that they are proportional or not. So how to verify that they are proportional? A upon B should be equal to C upon D, and the question is being given to you in a proper sequence. That means first number will be A, second number will be B, C and D. All right, so let us do E question. Okay, so here you see that the 4 quantities are given. So first what we do, we take the ratio of first 2 quantities, this upon this. From here we can take A common, so A plus B. From the denominator we can take B common, A plus B. So A plus B is cancelled with A plus B to get A upon B. Now the ratio of these 2 quantities, from the numerator we can take AC common, so C plus A. From the denominator we can take BC common, B plus C. What thing you can do, you can cancel this C, A upon B times A upon B, A into C plus A, B into B plus C. As these two are not equal, hence they are not proportional. So you have to do the question like this only. First you take first 2 ratio, second 2 ratio. If they two are equal, then only they are proportional, else not. We come to the second question. It says find x in each case so that the number are in proportion. So I'm doing C1. This is the question. As they are in proportion, so what can we write? The ratio of first two is equal to the ratio of last two. Hence you just take all the things here and find the value of x in each case. Okay. Okay, let us come to E question. This is the question given to us. The four quantities, as they are in proportion, so this upon this is equal to this upon this. Here we have. So I've taken x this side and this term here, and this c m square minus cp square will come here. So here a square b minus ab square, and this one here cm square minus cp square upon this term is equal to x. Now from this bracket you can take ab common, a minus b. From this bracket you can take c common, m square minus p square, and in the denominator you can take a common. So this m square minus p square to m square minus p square is cancelled. This a to a is cancelled. You are left with bc a into b. So bc a into b equal to x. This is the value. Okay, come to the third question. Find the fourth proportion. I'm doing b1. It says 0.15, 0.225, 0.64, and the fourth proportion we are finding, that is, I've put question mark. Let the fourth proportion be x. So it will be 0.25 ratio is to 0.226 is proportionate to 0.64 is to x. And we know what to do after this one. Taking the ratio both the equal, okay, x will be, you take x this here, it will come in the down, and take this one this side. So what will be your x value? X will be 0.15 in the denominator, 0.64 into 0.225. Now what you do, how can you do? You remove this with here. They are 3 decimal, here 2, so 2 is balanced, but here 1 we need to check. So here 10 we have put. Now as we see that the square of 15 is what? 225. So you can cancel this with 15, okay, and this 15 can be cancelled with 3 here 2, and we can cancel 0.32. Okay, so what will be your final answer? 0.96. So x is equal to 0.96, like. Okay, let us come to fifth B question. If 4, 16, x, y are in continued proportion, then find the value of x. As all the 4 quantities are in continued proportion, we know by the definition of continued proportion that 4 upon 16 will be equal to 16 upon x will be equal to x upon y. Now we need to take one equation at a time. So equating one equation at a time here, first we'll take these two, and then we'll take these two to find the values of x. By this we'll get the value of x. How? Take x here and take 4 down. 16 into 16 upon 4, you got 64 as an answer. Now you take these two equations. 16 upon x is equal to x upon y. Value of y will be what? This x and into x upon 16. We got the value of x 64. Substitute here, we'll get the value of y. Okay. Okay, let us come to the sixth question. Find the mean proportion of the following. So let us do B question. Okay, this is given. We need to find mean proportion. So first change this mixed fraction in the proper fraction. So 32 upon 7, 7 upon 2. We know the formula for the mean fraction as we have stated on very previous of the video, that is b is equal to under root of AC. So mean proportion will be, this is A, this is C, multiplied here. 7 to 7 we can cancel, 3 can be cancelled with 32 to get 16, under root of 16 is 4. Okay, let us come to the sixth C question. The same one we are doing. Find the mean proportion of these two. So b is equal to under root of AC, this is A, and here C. So in this question we have a plus b, a minus b the whole cube, a plus b whole cube, and a minus b. So this a plus b and a plus b the whole cube, their power will be added by the law of indices. So 1 plus 3 will give you 4. So a plus b to the power 4. Here a minus b whole cube and a minus b will give you a minus b the whole power 4. Now again, according to the law of indice, they both are having the same power. So their bases will be multiplied. So a plus b, a minus b the whole power 4 I have written. Now a plus b, a minus b is what? A square minus b square to the power whole 4. Now this 4 can be divided as a square minus b square square, that means to the power 2 to the whole power 2, because 2 2s are 4. Why I have done this? To cancel this square with this root. okay, and finally we'll get a square minus b square the whole square. Okay, let us come to the seventh question. Find the third proportion of the following. I'm doing C1. Okay, so the question is given x upon y plus y upon x and xy. Third proportion of this. So let the third proportion be A. I'm taking a capital A to denote third proportion. So according to the formula, if they are in continued proportion, so this upon xy is equal to xy upon a. This is called the third proportion. As we have seen the definition, we need the value of a. Take a here and this in the denominator and x upon y that side. So x upon y, this x upon y into this x upon y upon whole this quantity. Okay, x upon y into x upon y will be x square upon y square, x into x, x square, y into y, y square. Here you take LCM, x into x will be x square, y into y will be y square, and upon will be xy. So here one y with this y will be cancelled. Okay, and you take x upside, so x into x square will be what? X cube, and here one y is left. This will be multiplied by this one, denominator with the numerator, and this denominator with this numerator. So here one y is left, and in the bracket x square plus y square. Okay, let us come to the A question. It says that if the mean proportion of A and C is B, then prove that A square plus B square and B square plus C square are proportional. Okay, so if B is the mean proportion of A and C, this is given to us, then B square will be equal to AC by the definition we know. And in the same question, they are asking to prove that A square plus B square and B square plus C square are proportional. So firstly, to make these quantities proportional, what we must have, A upon C should be equal to A square plus B square upon B square plus C square. So firstly, A upon C, there's nothing to solve in it, so keep as it is. Secondly, A square plus B square upon B square plus C square. So in place of B square, we can write AC. So we have written AC here, and B square also AC we have written. Now from the numerator you take A common, A plus C. From the denominator you take C common, A plus C. This A plus C, you can cancel it with A plus C. You will get A upon C as an answer. So here LHS you got A upon C, RHS you got A upon C. LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved that these two, that means they two are proportional. Okay, all right, let us come to the last question of this exercise. As I already told you, 9, 10 and 11 are omitted. Okay, they are not to be solved according to the latest syllabus. So this will be the last question. It says if B is the mean proportion of A and C, then prove that this quantity is equal to this quantity. All right, so given B square is equal to AC by the definition of that, taking LHS, we have taken LHS. So here CA or AC, they both are same. I've written B square in place of that, and from these two I've taken B common, so A plus C. Now as you see that this quantity is having B and this quantity is also having B. So from these two I'm taking B common. So this A plus C will be as it is, and when B is taken so it will be B. Alright, and here as you see that this A plus B plus C can be cancelled with this A plus B plus C, and the B whole cube, so B cube will be what? B whole cube will be B cube. This is our LHS, we got B cube. And if you see the RHS A, B, C, okay, we can arrange this in AC into B. AC is what? B square. We have B square into B is B cube. So LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. So that's it for this exercise. So do the questions. Okay, then we'll see the that means third exercise, which is very important from the exam point of view. We'll understand some basic things and then we'll do some questions. Okay, so thank you so much.